These are two Las Vegas hotels separated by just the Tropicana Avenue and Las Vegas Boulevard intersection, yet they represent completely different approaches to Strip hospitality. Excalibur, the medieval castle that opened in 1990 as the world's largest hotel, targets budget-conscious families with its 3,981 rooms, starting at rock-bottom rates. New York, New York, the Manhattan skyline replica that debuted 7 years later, positions itself as a mid-tier property with freshly renovated rooms and Big Apple theming. But with resort fees now pushing $50 per night at both MGM Rewards properties and new Federal Trade Commission rules taking effect in January 2025 requiring upfront fee disclosure, the question is not just about room rates anymore. For travelers flying into Harry Reid International Airport looking to maximize value, understanding these properties' true costs becomes critical. Let us start with what you are actually paying. Excalibur's advertised rates can drop as low as $19 on booking sites like Kayak, with verified guest reviews showing average nightly rates between $35 and $65, depending on the season. New York, New York's base rates start around $32 on the same platforms. The difference seems minimal until you dig deeper into what those dollars buy you, especially considering recent maintenance issues, including confirmed bed bug infestations at Excalibur as recently as February 2024. The most immediate contrast hits you at check-in, and it's all about room size. Excalibur's standard rooms clock in at a cramped 352 square feet, while New York, New York provides a more comfortable 400 square feet as their baseline. That extra 48 square feet might not sound like much on paper, but in a Las Vegas hotel room where you're storing luggage, getting dressed for shows, and potentially entertaining guests, every square foot counts. New York. New York's rooms underwent a comprehensive $63 million renovation completed in summer 2023, incorporating movable work surfaces, USB-C outlets, and optimized storage with exposed faux brick walls in Big Apple red and taxicab yellow. Meanwhile, Excalibur's last major room refresh concluded in 2010, removing medieval-themed elements in favor of what they diplomatically call an understated design. But here's where the budget versus mid-tier positioning gets complicated. Both MGM Resorts International properties charge identical resort fees of $45 plus tax, totaling $51.02 per night. This means your $19 Excalibur room actually costs $70, while a $32 New York, New York room runs $83. Suddenly, that mid-tier upgrade represents just $13 additional per night for significantly more space, modern amenities, and recent renovations. The math starts favoring New York. New York when you factor in the mandatory fees that both properties extract, regardless of their positioning. The resort fee controversy has reached a boiling point in 2025. Travel influencers on TikTok and Instagram have labeled these charges the biggest scam in travel, and new Federal Trade Commission rules now require hotels to disclose all mandatory fees upfront in advertised prices. Both properties also charge identical parking fees, $20 Monday through Thursday, $25 Friday through Sunday for self-parking, or $40 per day for valet. The fee structures suggest MGM Resorts International views both properties as comparable revenue generators despite their different market positioning, contrasting sharply with Caesars Entertainment properties like Flamingo or Paris Las Vegas, which employ different pricing strategies. Location offers another layer to consider. New York. New York sits toward the center of the Strip action, connected by land bridges to the MGM Grand and its Hakkasan nightclub. Excalibur anchors the southern end of the Strip near the Tropicana Avenue intersection, requiring more walking or rideshare trips to reach prime destinations. The location advantage is not dramatic, but it is measurable in terms of convenience and transportation costs over a multi-day stay for guests arriving at Harry Reid International Airport. Let's examine the amenities that supposedly justify the price difference. New York. New York features 28 restaurants compared to Excalibur's 21, with Big Apple-themed options like Nathan's Hot Dogs, Shake Shack, and New York Pizzeria that align with the property's concept. Excalibur's dining options feel more generic, focusing on family-friendly chains and basic casino fare. The entertainment offerings flip this dynamic entirely. Excalibur hosts 4 active shows, including the long-running Tournament of Kings dinner show and Thunder from Down Under. New York, New York offers just 2 shows, including Cirque du Soleil's Mad Apple. The casino floors reveal the property's different philosophies. Excalibur's massive 92,389 square feet gaming area houses over 2,600 slot machines and more than 100 table games, creating the sprawling gambling hall atmosphere that budget players expect. New York. New York's more compact 51,765 square feet casino feels less overwhelming with 900 slot machines and 80 gaming tables, designed for a more refined gambling experience that matches their mid-tier positioning. Pool areas showcase perhaps the starkest contrast between budget and mid-tier approaches. Excalibur operates 4 heated pools with waterfalls, water slides, 3 jacuzzis, cabanas, fire pits, and capacity for 1,000 guests. It's a water park-style setup that caters to families with children. New York. New York deliberately chose a low-key, family-friendly pool experience without the nightclub atmosphere found at higher-end strip properties like Bellagio or Wynn Las Vegas. The contrast here depends entirely on what you are seeking: action-packed family fun or relaxed poolside downtime. Guest reviews reveal telling patterns about the upgrade value proposition. Booking.com rates Excalibur at 7.6 out of 10 from over 30,000 verified reviews, while New York scores 8.4 out of 10 from more than 16,000 reviews. Tripe Expert, which aggregates professional travel writer opinions, gives New York a score of 87 compared to Excalibur's lower rating, with endorsements from publications like The Telegraph and Travel Plus Leisure. The reviews highlight consistent themes that tell the real story. Excalibur guests frequently mention budget-friendly rates and family-friendly amenities, but they also note dated decor and missing in-room essentials like fridges. Cleanliness receives mixed reviews, with some guests noting inconsistencies. New York guests praise the lively New York-themed atmosphere and spacious, well-kept rooms, while acknowledging that high resort fees and extra charges are frequently noted. Some guests report noise issues from the Big Apple coaster, which operates until midnight. More concerning for Excalibur are the documented maintenance issues. Health officials confirmed bed bug infestations as recently as February 2024, with another high-profile incident in October 2023. While bedbugs can affect any hotel, the frequency of reports at Excalibur suggests potential housekeeping challenges that come with managing nearly 4,000 rooms at budget price points. Real guest perspectives from travel forums provide unfiltered assessments. One frequent Vegas visitor wrote that if you are absolutely sticking with either New York or Excalibur, they would go with New York. They said they found slightly better rooms, slightly better pool, slightly better location, and many fewer kids running around. Another traveler advised that at the same price, you should go for New York, but if Excalibur is cheaper, it is not a bad option. The MGM Rewards loyalty program situation adds another wrinkle. New York participates in MGM Resorts' partnership with Marriott Bonvoy, allowing elite members to earn and redeem points on select rates. However, some elite-level Bonvoy members may find those partnership benefits limited compared to traditional Marriott properties. Excalibur offers the same MGM Rewards benefits without the Marriott connection, though both programs pale in comparison to Caesars Rewards at competing properties. Historical context helps explain the current positioning. When Excalibur opened in 1990 with a budget of $290 million, it represented cutting-edge family entertainment with its medieval theme and a dragon show in the moat. The 3-story animatronic dragon, battling Merlin the Wizard, drew hourly crowds much like the Mirage volcano show. By 1997, when New York opened with a budget of $460 million, Las Vegas was evolving toward more sophisticated theming and higher-end experiences. The $170 million difference in budget reflected this shift in market expectations. Excalibur's evolution tells the story of Las Vegas budget properties. The 2006 to 2010 renovation removed castle-themed elements based on guest feedback, acknowledging that families wanted value without kitsch. New York's recent $63 million renovation demonstrates ongoing investment in maintaining mid-tier status. The property added exposed brick walls, Big Apple color schemes, and modern technology, while optimizing existing room layouts. The broader Las Vegas market provides context for evaluating the upgrade decision. Strip properties increasingly segment themselves into distinct tiers: budget options like Excalibur and Luxor Las Vegas, mid-tier properties like New York and Park MGM, and luxury destinations like Bellagio and Wynn Las Vegas. Resort fee standardization across tiers has compressed the value gap, making upgrades more attractive when base rate differences are minimal. One travel expert's advice captures the current reality. If the nightly rate at New York exceeds $180 or more than 20,000 Bonvoy points, I recommend checking other options, like its next-door neighbor, the Park MGM. This suggests a threshold where the mid-tier upgrade stops making financial sense. So does the upgrade from Excalibur to New York pay off? The answer depends on your priorities and the specific rate difference on your travel dates. When resort fees equalize much of the cost difference, New York offers tangible improvements: 48 additional square feet, recent renovations, a better location, higher cleanliness standards, and fewer maintenance issues. The upgrade becomes compelling when rate differences stay below $20 per night. However, Excalibur retains advantages for specific travelers. Families with children might prefer the larger pool complex with water slides and activities. Budget-conscious visitors who plan to spend minimal time in their rooms might reasonably prioritize Excalibur's lower base rates. The property's extensive entertainment options also appeal to guests seeking dinner shows and adult entertainment. The real question is not whether New York offers a better experience. Guest ratings and professional reviews consistently confirm that it does. The question is whether those improvements justify the premium when mandatory fees already push both properties well above their advertised rates. With resort fees now exceeding $45 per night, the days of true budget Vegas accommodations are largely over. Both properties essentially function as mid-tier options with different marketing strategies. The upgrade math works when you are paying an extra $10 to $20 for meaningfully better accommodations. It stops working when rate differences exceed $30 per night, or when Excalibur's base rate drops below $25. At that point, you are comparing genuinely budget accommodations against mid-tier pricing, and the value proposition shifts back toward accepting Excalibur's limitations in exchange for real savings. The Las Vegas hotel landscape continues evolving, with resort fees climbing annually and properties investing in renovations to justify higher rates. Excalibur and New York represent two paths forward: budget properties trying to maintain relevance through family-friendly amenities, and mid-tier properties investing in modernization to justify premium pricing. For travelers caught between these approaches, the decision increasingly comes down to specific rate differences on specific dates rather than philosophical preferences about budget versus mid-tier positioning. The answer to whether the upgrade pays off is ultimately personal, but the data suggests that when resort fees make both options relatively expensive, spending a modest additional amount for significantly better accommodations often makes financial sense. The key is knowing when that modest difference becomes substantial enough to seek alternatives entirely.